So we're quarantined. We are inside. And being quarantined means no travel. If you're like me, you're probably like, what do I do to scratch that travel itch? If I'm stuck indoors, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to travel next. No one knows how long this is gonna go on for. But how do I fulfill that need for travel, for culture, for adventure in my life? Well, in this video, I'm gonna share exactly what I've been doing so you can do it too at home. Experiment with recipes from your favorite countries around the world. Try out that dish that you've been wanting to recreate from that trip you took 2 years ago to Thailand. Try something new, or try something that you have not even heard of, but there's a country that you love, and just like look up recipes or traditional dishes from that country and go and give it a try yourself. Flavors of a country are a great way to experience a culture. Listen to cultural music. Dance your butt off. Dance like no one's watching. And if they are, who cares? Just let your body do what it wants and flow and let it all out. Let that stress off of your shoulders that you've been carrying, and just have fun. Music is such a big part of so many cultures. There's so many different sounds and languages and rhythms you can experience. I'm gonna link my Spotify account to the description box below. You can go check out my playlist that I very carefully put together that includes many different tracks from different artists from all over the world. Right now is the best time to plan that dream trip. Life is so precious. You have to spend it doing what you want to do and fulfilling those dreams and living the life you've always wanted for yourself. So start planning that dream trip, and the best way to do that is blogs, travel blogs. Get it inspired, get travel tips and advice. Check out those travel blogs. There's one that's called hopscotchtheglobe.com. There's travel YouTube videos. Hello, Hopscotch the Globe channel, and many others. It's the best place to fuel that inspiration and get tips and advice from people who have done those trips that you want to do, or have money-saving tips, or places that you should stay, or things you absolutely have to do that you didn't even think of. So get planning now, use these resources, and get excited about your travels ahead. Travel books. There is nothing quite like a good story to take your mind off of anything else. It may be dwelling on any anxieties or fears, to get consumed in a good story that takes place in a faraway land, to be able to like let it suck you in and use your imagination to the point where you actually could feel like you're even there yourself. I love a good book. And these books I'm going to share with you are ones that have swept me away, that continue to be my favorite books, and ones I've read over and over again. A classic, The Alchemist by Pablo Coelho. It is about a boy named Santiago. He travels from Spain to Egypt, and along the way he meets a gypsy woman, he meets a king, and he meets an alchemist, and they all help guide him along his journey, which ends up being more than just trying to search out a physical treasure. It's about a story of self-discovery, about following your dreams and listening to your heart. Holy cow! This book is hilarious. It's so funny. It is the funniest book I've ever read in my entire life. I'm talking every single page, no exaggeration. Okay, sometimes every other page, but it's about a lady who goes to India the first time, hates it, ends up going a second time, and falls in love, and just like, if you've been to India, you're gonna get all of this. If you haven't been to India, it's gonna make you want to go to India. Eat, Pray, Love. Yes, I love this book. Some people hate it. I love it. If you haven't heard of it, where have you been? Shantaram. This book is humongous. It's like 1,000 pages almost. It's a big book, but it is a crazy story, and by the end of it, you're like, why is it over? It should keep going. It's about a man who escapes jail in Australia and then goes to India and lives in the slums and works in the black market and like heals all these people, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. It is a crazy story. It sucks you in, and you are like, all of a sudden 200 pages in, you're like, where did the time go? Because it just sucks you in. I love books like this. If you're anything like me, then you have probably 50,000 or more photos on your laptop that you haven't looked at in years. Yeah, I always get that message that I have like no space on my laptop because I have so many photos and videos. And the majority of them are from my past travels, and I haven't been through them in years, but lately I have been doing that. I've been going back and looking at photos from my first trip or photos from my travels that I had even a couple years ago that I never even looked at, ever. It's a great way to relive those travel experiences and fuel that wanderlust and get excited about your next trips. You can even print off photos and make photo albums or scrapbooks. Let's go old school, back to the basics. I love photo albums. Learn a new language. Right now is the time to develop a new skill or do that thing that you've been wanting to do for years but you put off. And for many of you, that is learning a new language, for me included. I want to better my Spanish. I also want to learn Italian, and I want to learn Farsi, and I want to learn French. I want to learn so many languages. But one language at a time, people. One language at a time. Watch a good travel movie, a movie that takes place in a beautiful destination somewhere around the world. It could be a place that you really want to go to, or one that maybe you never even considered, but you will after you watch the movie. I have a whole list of my top travel movies. I'm not going to mention them all in this video, but you can head on over to my blog post and check them out. See? You can still scratch that itch, that travel itch, even if you are locked inside. There's so much you can do to fuel that wanderlust and get excited about life and about traveling again, because we are all going to travel again. This is going to end, it will. And we'll be able to hop on that plane and go on an adventure that we've been wanting to go on. So, enjoy, stay happy, keep smiling, be grateful, connect with each other, love each other, and I will see you in another video. Mwah. Love you guys so much, so much.